The Gas Lamp Quarter, one of the most entertaining spots in San Diego. Tourists and locals spend time and money here, but some want to make it more permanent. The Redevelopment Corporation is luring people to move downtown with signs like this. This homeowner actually worried about fire coming up at this hill, so he cleared all of the brush, the fuel for the fire, but the fire managed to move up the hill and destroy his home. Following the private ceremony, the Jackson family will come here to the Staples Center. As for the fans, more than 17,000 were lucky enough to snatch a free ticket to the event. Well, since we've been here, we've seen a number of vehicles coming in and out of Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. The Jackson family has not released any final decisions about a funeral and memorial service, but we do know that Michael Jackson's uncremated body cannot be buried here because it is a private residence. Dan and Marcella, you can see the fire just over the ridge behind me. Overnight, crews used controlled burns to try to clear brush from the flames' path. So far, 164 square miles have burned, and here in the Angeles National Forest, it is only 5% contained. Carol and Hal were live at Palomar Airport, where the Cessna plane refueled before it crashed. It went down just west of here, and it was headed to Chandler, Arizona, around 9:45 this morning. Mary, the only way to get your ticket is to register online, and the deadline for that is 6 p.m. Pacific time. Meanwhile, the city of Los Angeles is gearing up for a massive memorial service on Tuesday, which is sure to be fit for a king, the King of Pop. Michael Jackson fans have until tonight to register for tickets to his memorial.
At that time, we will randomly draw 8,750 names that will receive 2 tickets each for either Staples Center or the Nokia Theater.
Tickets are being made available through the Staples Center website. The lucky winners will be contacted Sunday and told where to pick up their tickets and wristbands. The public will have access to 11,000 tickets for next Tuesday's event at the Staples Center. The adjacent Nokia Theater will hold an additional 6,500 fans.
I'm calling everyone I know to please register for me. I have to be there. I have to be there. He meant so much to me.
But officials are still worried. Even if fans don't have tickets, they'll still be here. In an effort to curb the masses, the memorial will not be shown on the big screens outside, and there will be no funeral procession. City officials are also shutting down the area around the venue and offering one more piece of advice.
You might want to consider watching this from the comfort of your own home.
As the world prepares to say goodbye to a legend, the investigation into his death deepened Friday. Authorities say they found the powerful sedative Diprovan in Jackson's home. The intravenous drug is usually used in operating rooms to induce unconsciousness, but experts say it can lead to cardiac arrest. Shortly before Jackson's death, a nurse says the pop star asked for Diprovan to cure his insomnia, but she wouldn't give it to him. Jackson apparently begged for the drug amid the stress of preparing for his massive comeback tour. At first, the online tickets were only available to U.S. residents, but when UK fans got upset, Jackson's promoter AEG Live decided to open them up to everyone. The Jackson family says Michael would have wanted a celebration that everyone could be a part of. Reporting live from Los Angeles, Elizabeth Sanchez, CBS 2 News. Mary, Cindy, back to you. Good morning, Michelle. The flames here in the Angeles National Forest, the so-called station fire, have slowed, and behind me in this charred hillside there are some hot spots, and although it's a little hard to see right now, there are some hand crews back there trying to put those hot spots out. California firefighters now have nearly a quarter of a massive wildfire near Los Angeles under control.
This is our first increase in containment since the beginning of the fire, and that's been due to a little bit due to the weather.
Higher humidity and cooler temperatures should continue to give crews a bit of a break today. They've been battling fierce flames for a week now, lighting backfires and attacking from the sky.
It was just amazing to watch. They were fabulous.
This Glendale resident witnessed firefighters moving into her neighborhood when the flames were just feet away.
They knew exactly what they were doing. There was nothing to worry about.
Despite progress, fire officials remain cautiously optimistic. Some residents have been allowed back into their homes, but still thousands of others remain under a mandatory evacuation.
If the temperature should go up again, the humidity's come back down again, it could be a very angry fire again, so we're not out of the woods.
So far, the fire has torched more than 127,000 acres and destroyed more than 60 homes.
It's a little, anxious to watch this going on, but I see a lot of firefighters and a lot of fire trucks back there, and I feel confident that they're going to take good care of the property.
While full containment will take a couple of more weeks, California lawmakers are already worried about how much cash they're burning through. This round of wildfires has cost the state $106 million. That's most of its firefighting budget, just 2 months into the fiscal year. Now let me show you what's burning in this area. This is dried brush and it's all over the hillside, fuel for the fire. The fire is now 22% contained, and although the weather helped, the fight is not over. There is a possibility of dry lightning strikes today. Reporting live from Sunland, Elizabeth Sanchez, CBS News.
We were never notified of the evacuation.
Never received a call.
Because the smoke was
we
so
were never
bad.
notified of the evacuation.
Systems used by reverse 911.
This system still never received the call.
Fire was close enough.
The internet, cell phones, email, text messaging. To not communicate these days seems impossible.
It's the information age.
The massive wildfires put our technology to the test.
This is the San Diego Sheriff's Department.
For the first time ever, the county and city used reverse 911 systems on a large scale to notify residents of evacuations. Officials say it saved lives, but it's not without flaws.
No warning. Yeah. No warning whatsoever.
Don Weiss lives in Ramona. He and the neighbors around him thought they would get a reverse 911 call from the county. The phone never rang. The county's reverse 911 system called residents in Ramona the afternoon of the 21st. But Don Weiss never received that call. He got out that night with just minutes to spare.
It was one of those things, if you dropped your keys, you'd have been burned in place.
After the fires, 10 News got email after email from evacuees saying they never got a reverse 911 call. Carolyn in Escondido writes, "We never received the call from the reverse 911 system, and we have landline phones. With an elderly, handicapped, fragile health person living in this house, we needed to be notified earlier than most folks."
Somebody at the top of the state screwed up. I got nothing. I got a burned down house. I got a family barely made it. I drove through a firestorm. There's somebody at the top of this city going to get it for that.
So knowing that you'll receive notice when it's time to leave, it becomes very important.
But it never happened for Lori Lorenz of Scripps Ranch. She checked with others on her street and no one received a call.
When we saw it on the TV, we decided to leave, but no call came.
We think it worked very well generally. We also think there were probably some holes in it.
Both the city and the county admit there are bugs in the system.
It's not a perfect system. It's not the end-all.
Jan Caldwell from the Sheriff's Department says the major problem was the information from telecom companies that provide the phone numbers.
This information is only as good as what we receive from the telephone company.
But Cox Communication tells the 10 News I-team the county takes up to 60 days to update the data. And besides, they received few complaints about reverse 911 failures. The same goes for AT&T. They say their information is 99.8% correct. The reverse 911 wasn't the only communication problem. Just as the fires gained momentum, the well-publicized San Diego County emergency website got about 10 million hits. Citizens and the media, desperate for information, had trouble logging on. Thousands of locals had the same problem with the website, which contractor Northrop Grumman hosts. That company's $650 million contract is the largest in the county's history. 10 News sources within the county say there have been repeated problems with Northrop Grumman. Not so, says the county's Michael Workman. In fact, during the fires, Northrop Grumman got the site moving within 6 hours.
But we were prepared to get the information out and get it out to lots of people, not 10 million though.
The cause?
Right now in California,
when Fox, CNN, and other national media began reporting the story, they provided links to the county's website. That overloaded the system. Another problem?
The map wouldn't load, and when it would load, it would take half an hour, 45 minutes to get downloaded.
Maps helping figure out where the fires were going wouldn't load. Too much information, but the county corrected that problem by Tuesday and learned a lesson. We haven't heard the end of this. The city and county are looking into it. The mayor has asked for a report from the police and fire chiefs. To be sure to get a reverse 911 call, you can add your cell phone and email to the database at the county website. Just click on Alert. For the I-team, Elizabeth Sanchez, 10 News.